Today we will be looking at the Blackbeard V2, a modern slip-joint folder that was designed by Andi Thiel, a fellow German YouTuber and friend. Andi is a well-known figure in the German knife community. He is not only a popular knife reviewer here on YouTube, he is also the admin of a knife group on Facebook. A few years ago, Andi made his debut as a knife designer. The original Blackbeard was his first knife model. It was a limited edition and was sold out in no time. The Blackbeard V2 comes with some minor improvements and is also made in a small batch. It's available in this bronze color as well as in black. The knives are manufactured by the small Chinese company Tuya Knife. Tuya is represented in Europe by the German company WTF. With the help of WTF, Andi was able to seal a deal with Tuya. As for the name of the knife, Andi has been fascinated with pirates since his childhood. Blackbeard, whose real name was likely Edward Teach, is one of the most notorious and feared pirates in history. He was born around 1680 and his legend was forged during the golden age of piracy in the early 18th century. Blackbeard became infamous for his distinctive appearance. He was a tall man with a long dark beard that he tied with slow-burning fuses. During battle, he would light these fuses, creating a fearsome image of a man with smoke and fire billowing from his face. Blackbeard terrorized the seas, raiding merchant vessels and coastal towns, amassing a considerable fortune and infamy. Blackbeard's reign of terror came to an end in November 1718 when he was killed in a battle with British naval forces led by Lieutenant Robert Maynard. After a fierce fight, Blackbeard was ultimately overwhelmed. His severed head was hung from the bow of Maynard's ship as a gruesome trophy. But now to the actual topic of today's video. Let's start with the specs. The total length is 19 centimeters, the blade measures 8.6 centimeters. The blade thickness is 3 millimeters. The weight comes in at 98 grams. The handle features 2 titanium scales, black hardware, a lanyard hole and a straight titanium pocket clip. The shape of the handle was inspired by a military saber. The handle allows for a 4-finger grip. The pocket clip doesn't get in the way or feel uncomfortable, even for me as a lefty. The unique orange peel finish of the scales feels nice and grippy in the hand. The blade is a clip-point design featuring a flat saber grind. The blade is equipped with a long pull on both sides. A vertical satin finish on the grind meets a longitudinal satin finish on the flats. A nicely done swedge is the icing on the cake. The blade steel is the powder metallurgical M390 by Böhler, which ensures excellent edge retention. The logos are very unobtrusive. On the front of the blade is Andi's logo, an anchor with the numbers 1878, which stands for Andi's birth date. This date is also reflected in his YouTube channel name. The other side of the blade features the Tuya Knife logo. As you've probably already noticed, these macro shots reveal sublime attention to detail. The overall fit and finish is impeccable. No need to mention that the blade is perfectly centered between the handle scales. While the blade has a long pull on both sides, this is more of an aesthetic feature rather than a practical one. The blade is opened easier by pinch gripping the blade. The operational safety is enhanced by a 90-degree stop. Additionally, there are soft stops before and after the 90-degree position. The back spring is quite stiff. The Blackbeard is definitely a two-hand opening and a two-hand closing knife. Once again, let me demonstrate the soft stops. By the way, you can let the blade snap shut. The Blackbeard has a stop which prevents the blade from hitting the spring. As for the packaging, the knife comes in an unbranded hard plastic case with foam inside. The only accessory is a microfiber cloth with the Tuya Knife logo. The Blackbeard V2 is a well thought out and beautifully engineered pocket knife. If you are interested in buying the knife, there is a link in the video description. I know for a fact that more knife models are in the making. It may sound a little cheesy, but Andi Thiel has made the German knife community proud. If you want to follow Andi, please subscribe to his YouTube channel.